Okay, welcome to Paul's fourth Challenger. We are going to see Paul versus Antilles this game. Antilles, of course, mainly a U.S. Forces player, so see what he can do. This map may prove difficult for him, but I also know Antilles firmly believes that crossing is one of his best maps as U.S. Forces because he likes infantry companies so much, so we'll see what happens. Lately, I think he's been trying to diversify his build. He doesn't always go infantry company anymore. And he has competed in Star-Crossed Kings quite a few times. He's got a pretty decent amount of tournament experience at this point, and he's also beaten DBMB once as U.S. Forces. So I think that there's a slim chance that he could give Paul a run for his money. Let's see what happens. Grenadiers heading left to get control of the strategic points, and Pio's throwing barbed wire up on the green cover position over here, taking control of this munitions. Antilles going mostly right with a double rear echelon start. He should be able to get map control quite quickly, and his first squad of riflemen is going to head straight for the central VP, and from there probably straight to the cutoff. In fact, he may just ignore this victory point. Nope, grabbing that first. May make his way towards the cutoff if left unopposed, but the Grenadiers are on their way to counter him now. Observer delay is 3 minutes, I believe. Tie rope. Wow. Kind of a late retreat from those riflemen right there. Nice flank with the Pios around behind them. Dealt a pretty good burst of damage, and Antilles is already forced off the field with that squad, taking 3 model losses. That's going to be about not 100 manpower, about 80, I guess, manpower. And these Pios are going to throw a barbed wire here in the center. Grenadiers engaging against riflemen at range over here in the fuel point. Will lose the engagement over time, but are going to get the fuel point captured from the look of things. Yeah, in custom games the default is 3, in auto match games it is always 8. And I let the players choose whatever observer delay they want because it doesn't bother me that much. Whatever. Pio's taking control of the right side. Munitions over here. And Grenadiers engaging against these riflemen. Will force that retreat. This squad of Grenadiers will also be forced to retreat. Everything's going to retreat. One squad of Grenadiers left over here to engage against these riflemen, bringing them pretty low. And so far, it looks like Paul is doing quite well in all engagements. He has great map controls, taking control of the entire left, has the victory point clock stopped, and is forcing retreats at various locations on the map. Antilles, meanwhile, has not chosen an officer yet. Still operating on 3 riflemen, 2 rear echelon troops. His army is looking a little on the small side because of manpower bleed compared to his opponents thus far. 9-6 though, I mean, it's not like anything is drastically in anybody's favor. So, that wasn't good though. Rear echelon squad not being monitored right there just got wiped. Paul's up to 5 squads of Grenadiers, and Antilles is up to 3 riflemen and 1 rear echelon troop squad, one of which got wiped. S-minefield planted over here on the right side, but there is a minesweeper available to counter. Grenadiers jumping into the building right here and taking control of this munitions point.
Bust out the metal, boys! Promotion just came through! Crowd's giving us some trouble here! God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
Those piles will be forced to retreat right there. 3 squads of Grens moving to turn this engagement in Paul's favor. If he snipes that minesweeper, there will be nothing protecting the retreat path of those riflemen, so they should try and move to a safe retreat path if at all possible. Minesweeper gets away narrowly. Grenadiers will switch targets to those riflemen. Those S-mines are about to recloak. Oh my god, Antilles, what are you doing? Riflemen are quite low right here. This extremely low squad of riflemen also making its way to the front line. Antilles has gone captain tier, so it looks like infantry company. Oh, there's another wipe.
We lost an infantry unit.
They did retreat through the S-mine field, and I don't think Antilles can win this game. He's now lost 2 full squads. He has no map control at all. Paul is winning on every front.
Don't let them bound up. We get better every day.
I like how people are already calling. They're like, yeah, Paul's gonna go just as far as Love Nest, no doubt in my mind. I feel like people don't remember just how big 23 challengers is. Paul has only beaten 3 people, okay? Let's not jump the gun here. let's not jump the gun. Not to mention he hasn't fought against Love Nest. So
We can now build light mechanized infantry. Lousy patch of dirt is ours. Men are ready for action.
I don't know if we're looking at a legendary reign just yet.
We got orders coming.
He's off to a promising start. I'll say that much.
Area secure. Area secure. Target secure. Krauts are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Grenadiers making their way up the left to engage against these riflemen, bringing them low, forcing that retreat easily enough. These Grenadiers take control of the strategic point here in the north and should be able to win an engagement against these squads of riflemen. And here on the cutoff, rear echelon troops will definitely lose to these Grenadiers. Late retreat, and they're gonna die. Another squad wiped. Honestly, you should not even try volley fire, especially with a minesweeper squad. It just doesn't really do anything. It's just wasted munitions, and your rear echelon troops will probably die if you try and stick around for the engagement.
You found something? How can we help?
Pio's taking control of the center here, throwing down an S-mine field. This squad on the left taking control of the fuel. Squad over here on the right engaging against Grenadiers from range, and Paul has gone with a scout car. So he is tier 2. Antilles is up to captain tier and fielding a Stewart, so he will have a counter to the scout car, but a Stewart is unlikely to do that well on this map for that long. S-mine field in the middle does force a retreat from those riflemen. Thanks for the follow, Mondo Bizarro. And the scout car is heading straight right. Grenadiers taking control of the victory point over here. Grenadiers force retreat from those riflemen. Easily enough. Oh, and a fighting position apparently went up over here. I don't know if that's going to force a single retreat. I didn't even know this was on the field. 222 will destroy that before the Stewart hits the field in time to counter, unfortunately. There it goes. Fighting position down, although... Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, Jarafart, and I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube videos. That's a very generous donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, there goes the scout car, though. It did have to stick around just long enough to destroy the fighting position, so the Stewart was able to trade, at least. So that's something. That is something. Stewart falls quite low to autocannon fire and Panzerfaust. That might destroy it. I'm not sure. Yes, it does. Stewart goes down. With the Stewart destroyed, that's all of Antilles' fuel. All of Antilles' fuel that he has managed to collect this game explodes just to Panzerfaust and 222 autocannon fire. Oh, jeez.
Sector.
Grenadiers taking control of this victory point here. decapping that before moving to assist in an engagement for the right. This squad will be forced to retreat here.
Taking our territory. Reinforcements complete. We are taking losses.
That squad will barely get around the corner in time. Jumping into green cover to engage against some infantry over here. And that rifle squad gets wiped.
Area's ours. Steady up. Grenadiers. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
These three making their way to engage against this squad of riflemen over here. Antilles just doesn't look like he's going to be able to recover from all these wipes. And Paul is making his way towards battle phase 2. He has a huge map control advantage. He's no problem managing the threats that Antilles is throwing onto the field. Antilles is just sending a lone squad here, lone squad there. Paul always seems to have more available to counter. Even his Pios are a pretty significant threat to that captain squad, honestly. Unless it gets lucky bazooka hits. Grenadiers moving to support in this engagement. Upgrading with an LMG. Paul does not currently have the munitions for a rifle grenade. Still no commander selection from either player, by the way. Antilles, I think, definitely should have chosen one by now. And Paul, probably waiting to see what he feels he needs. Doesn't think that he needs close air support for redistribute resources. Doesn't think that he needs mechanized assault for a Stug E. Can survive on just core Oster for now. Doing fine, having destroyed the Stuart and wiped many of Antilles' squads. 2 riflemen, 2 rear echelon troops, and a Stuart. That's a lot of wipes.
A capture point is being overrun. Back to full strength.
Grenadiers will force retreats from that rear echelon troop squad. 2 squads heading right through an S-mine field. Antilles! Oh my god. That's 2 rifle squads wiped by that same minefield now. Just walked right through it. And Antilles will surrender. So Paul takes that victory. He did lock in Jaeger armor at the very end there, but never got to see any tier 3 unit. All just won using nothing but Grenadiers, NS and Pios. 1 squad of Pios for S-mines and Grenadiers, and that's it. And then he just won. Oh, and an autocannon on his 222 did actually help kill that Stuart, so. GG. Paul wins game 1 with a 472 victory point. Oster victory, and U.S. forces is Antilles' main faction, so I will be surprised if Antilles can survive game 2, but we'll find out.